Hello, good evening and happy Sunday. Good to see you all, and hopefully this is, I don't know if I could, what date was the last one? I forget what date we are. We're now the 7th. Last time I don't think I showed you the inside of the catalogue, but I'm legal and able to do that now. So let's get inside the catalogue. I hope you recognise the title that I've got coming up here for you. The suite is from the new Mini that I'm going to use tonight. It's great timing for Valentine's Day, although it doesn't have to be just for Valentine's. So inside here, I'm going to be using the Be Mine suite, and take the annual catalogue out of the way. So beautiful suite. If you look at some of the designs in here, this is just a taster of what it can do. It's a punch bundle. Now, as demos, a lot of us like the punch bundles. They're really, really good because they bring the price point down. Hi, Shaz. Been a lonely birthday? Yes. I hope you're starting to feel better with the COVID. So sorry for you. The Be Mine suite. Let's cheer you up with some bumblebees. Okay, so this is the stamps and the punch bundle, and then it goes over onto this page here. Sorry to make you dizzy. So the stamps, you can see a little bit clearer there. Lots of nice things on there. The sayings are very much Valentine's Day, but hey, you can make them fit. And hey, we all probably, a lot of us probably have a partner that we need to make a card for at some point. But because it's got hearts in it, I just wanted to point out another couple of things. The Country Bouquet, coming up to Valentine's Day, the Country Bouquet punch has got a big heart and a little heart, and a couple of other leafy bits. Hi, Sandra. So that's in the annual catalogue. So if you want some hearts to add to it, then you've got that there. Now, I'd like to point out that the stamp and the punch bundle, if you really like these, are in the UK here, sorry guys, $36.75. And if you want to add on the papers, the designer series papers, you can see I've been hashing about at them a little bit, but if you love the papers as well, you want to add those on, that comes to at $48.50, which $45 is our threshold here in the UK for a free celebration item. So also I can show you the inside of this little baby now. So one of the products in here is the Most Adored Specialty Designer Series paper. So these are gold foiled, and these have got red and pinks on one side of them. So they're really nice. There are some with hearts in them, but they don't all have to be. So it's one of those that works with Valentine's and without. Okay. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you. So just thinking that if you wanted to get that this is a bundle here, and you're thinking Valentine's, you want something like that, then you might want to choose this as your free celebration item, because with the hearts on some of the papers, not all of them. I haven't got this one yet, I don't think. I thought I had, but I haven't. I couldn't find it earlier. So maybe I haven't got this one. It's on its way to me. But that would be a good one to go with this bundle. So you buy a bundle and you get a free celebration. So that's where we're going at the moment. I can't remember if I've shared the papers with you or not. But hey, I'll just quickly whisk through some. Oops, daisy, what have we got here? So yes, I have cut them about a little bit. I'm going to be using this one tonight. So these are the little honey pots, and the red on the back. This is the swirlies, so the bee sort of like trail that they leave. And these are cute little bumblebees. These are nice to fussy cut. There isn't a punch for these ones, and then the check on the back. These are more little bumblebees, and they have got the floral pieces in between. And then this one that's the back. So these are little ones. You can see that if I bring it up close, you can see the trail coming out of the back of them, and then the little mini hearts I was saying about on the back. This one is really cute for, put the little bits in there. This is really cute for the flowers that go with it, and it's in the same shade of red, and the front of it is more, but just different colours on them, slightly different colours. So that's that one, and I think I've done that one, haven't I? Anything I've not shown you? That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh, that one, that was the odd one. So that's the extra one. They're the little flowers on their own. Okay, love these papers, but I wanted to show you a little bit more with a twist tonight. So they also come with some coordinating products, some gems here, and the ribbon. only because they go with the same colours. I have to open that one because it's got some more in there. And this is a narrow ribbon, that's half that width. Okay, it's just wound round twice. We might be using those later, I don't know, so I'll pop them back in the box for now. Okay, so that's where we're going. So the sketch, let me just bring this sketch up. I'm helping another demonstrator overseas to do some sketches for her, and this is one that I've created. I need loads, so I will be doing some more once my tax return is finished, but this is one of the sketches that I'm doing with her, so that's the one I'm going to be working with today. So I'm just going to be bringing you, take that one there and that one, there you go, and bring you back to me. Okay, I'm going to bring that sketch up so I can remind myself the layout and proportions. I don't know what colours I'm going to use today. I know what papers I want to do for the middle bit. I need stylish shapes out as well, and I didn't get the trimmer. So I'm going to need some circles. But we don't have to do circles, you see. So this could be one that I just wanted to work how we work with sketches. You've seen me do sketches a lot before, but with this one I'm just using this main shapes. I was wondering whether to do it with a note card, but I think it might be a little bit on the small side. So let's just start out and see where we go. So for my background, I have some different ideas. I can't cram them all into one night, unfortunately. I am going to use the little one here, this little honeycomb. So I'm going to take that one out and put that one on a block first. So I'm going to use that one as a self-on-self background. Okay, so that's the first piece out. So let's get some. This is the Daffodil Delight. I haven't got any on the back, so I'm going to take one of those out and half one of those. And then we can store it on the back, and if we need one in future, that will be ready made. There we go. So just half down the middle one way and half down the other. So one's cut, one's scored. It doesn't matter which way you do, because you can use them both directions. Okay, so I'll pop this on the back of that card pack on the floor beside me. That's that one. And then what should we do next? I was going to do this with the same on same. So I have my ink pads I've buried on the table. So I'm going to come along here, grab a bone folder, preferably a clean one. This one wants to bounce the other way, so I'm going to just see if that will go better that direction. Sometimes card, even though we score it one way and we use that to use, sometimes it just wants to go opposite. I think it's to do with the way it's packaged, and sometimes it, just will. So this is a lovely little hexagon here. If I'm just stamping, this is Daffodil Delight card, which is one of the colours in the suite, and I'm just going to stamp some of these randomly over the edges, coming off the edges, no particular rhyme or reason. Some fully on, some only just on. Okay, we are going to cover some of that middle part up. Little one on the corner there, little one on that corner. There we go, I think that will do me today. So we will put those to one side out of the way. What that one is. So there's my card. So the next piece I'm going to do is the banner that's going to come through the middle here. Now I don't really want to make it too dark. I might try the red. This is a sweet sorbet. So I will cut a strip from this and see how we go. Or it could be the designer series paper, couldn't it? We're going to have, yes, we could do. Okay, let me just think out loud. So I need to keep the little piece here. I'm going to be using these jars. So I'm going to leave that out to one side. I've got a little special trick with those. Now you see, we spoke about this. And sometimes when you're making with your cards, if you see a sketch, if I just bring that back over for you so you could see, that sketch down the middle there, there's no rhyme or reason as to which have to be card and which have to be papers. You could use any combination of those we want. Okay, so I'll just bring you back to the desk. Okay, move that back over. Oops, it's gone. There we go, try again. There we go, and the sketch comes up. So I'm thinking that I might be able to use this one coming down, but then if I use the matte layers in the 2 rectangles first, I think I'd like to have maybe a black, so it's just a little outside line around the edge. So that piece might work. So if I look to have a black piece, it needs to be narrower than that, so take to about there, I think, the fingernail technique. So that's about 7.5. So just make a little panel on the front here, like so. That's a good proportion. But then I might use the designer series paper. Okay, or let's think about this. You might have one. See, this would make a nice banner coming down the centre, a little bit narrower, and then flag this end down here. So I think I might do that. Let me take that down a little bit. It's all about playing. So we're interpreting a sketch as however you feel fit. Okay, so just made that a little bit narrower. Okay, so that's going to maybe come there. I'm not sure if I want a red behind it. It might be too much red. Could use a white actually. I might use the black and then have a white, but that wants to be my banner. So let's grab some white behind there. Oops. There we go, something like this. So we could have a black behind a white on top of that. I'll do it that way with the banner over the top. We don't want to have that the black to make that too dark. So let me measure this, and then I'm going to cut a piece just 1/2 centimetre or 1/4 of an inch under that. So that's going to be, that's 11.5. So I want the white to be 11. This was 7.5, so 11 by 7 for me. There we go. Hi from Arizona, you caught us, Frances. So this is going to be 7. Okay, in there. And then I think I said 11, didn't I? That's 11.5. Yeah, 11.5. So I'll make this 11. I'm just going to trim a little piece off first because I don't know that these ends are actually straight. So let's just square those off. And 11. Okay, on there. So that layer can come on top of there. And then we've got this. If that goes on there, this could come through the centre and we flag it. Okay. Might just have to skim a little tiny bit off there. I think that's, yeah, it wants to be a little bit less than that. I'll take my little mini trimmer and just take that edge piece off while I'm holding it. Thought I measured that well, but hey. There we go. So that could go on there, and this could come down the middle like so. Raise that up a little bit, and then I'll flag those ends. So there we've got some good layers. That's looking good. But I do need to have the circles. I need the circles to go over the top here, and then we'll have a sentiment coming through. So I just need to grab my little cutter behind me. There we go. So we'll set that to this one side for a minute, because I think we might have finished with the trimmer. And so we want a couple of circles. This is Stylish Shapes. And we want to take 2 that are going to kind of sit within our piece here. So it's entirely up to us how we want to interpret that. We could have a bigger one and a smaller one, like so, which will then hang off the ends, or we can keep it in the centre. So I think I'll take some of the white away by using those sizes. But hey, we can always cut some more and try again, can't we? So I'm going to make the outside of this one. What colours should we go for? Any ideas on the colours, guys? I think this one's going to be a piece of designer series paper. So let's find a different paper that would go nicely with a small print. Even there's stripes in there. Ooh. How about the yellow one? That one might look good actually, because we're going to put some images on here. I'm going to take my scissors, just roughly cut round that piece. on there. So that's that one. And then decide what we'd like to have as a card layer behind it. That could be the black again, I think. Ooh, need a bigger piece than that. Not sure if that will fit on there. Oh no, that's not going to go. Let's find. That's going to be. Oh, that's better. So just find a piece that's big enough for there and cut that off. Get rid of those. Keep the table clear by putting that on the floor. So I'm just going to run these through the Big Shot. So, have any of you seen this suite already? Obviously, it went live last week, but with the demos pre-orders, there's quite a lot of things being done with it. So I wanted to personalise it a bit myself by using one of the sketches that I made myself, and see where we go with it. Okay, we'll take that one and then put dies there. Come back with this one. See, I'm still loving the matte, and it works with this on. Somebody was a bit worried, one of my friends was saying that they were a bit worried why you can't use the Big Shot on here. Of course you can. It's glass, it's tempered glass, and it's strong enough to withstand an awful lot. So let's see, how do we feel about this? That one looks nice, quite nice on there. That one there. Okay, I think the white might have to just have some of the whiteness taken away by having a few more of those hexagons. So let's put a few more of those, just coming off the edges. Tonight I was going to just go through a walk through the matte here, the glass matte, but I'll do that another day. But this is just so nice that, yes, I've got some ink on here, but all you need is a piece of wet towel and just wipe that off. I haven't wet the cloth yet. I haven't used that. I've got a chamois one here, but I haven't got the cloth that comes with it. Okay, I think we're going to start by trying to layer some of these pieces up so it doesn't look so messy. So I'm happy that that's a nice little border on there. So that's going to go down flat. Little drizzle of Tombow around there. There we go. Tweezers are actually away in the holder, look. Makes a change for me rather than being on the desk. So got a nice little border going on there. Just push that over slightly more. There we go. And then again, you see we've got the sketch, but we've got this can either go on top of it or below it, but I do think I preferred it that way. It takes that whiteness away from it. So at the moment our piece of paper here, designer series paper, is a little bit longer than we want. We just want to take a tiny little piece off here, and then we're going to just mark where we want to have the flag put on. So if I just take off a tiny bit, it can't extend beyond our card, so that's still quite close. I'll take the other edge off just a tiny bit, and then we can flip those out of the way. So if we have this in the centre, this one will need to be flat, and then this one's over the top. Okay, if I turn this over, so I'm using the other side, I'm going to put a pencil mark on here. So I need to grab a pencil, and I'm going to eyeball this where I want this way on the height. So if I just put a line across there, where this piece is here, I want it to be somewhere along there. Now I'm going to go to my grid, my mat on here, and I'm actually going to count along how many little boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're kind of in the middle of 10, so I'm making sure that the piece of paper is in between the two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that 5 is going to come here. Okay. Now when you snip, bring that up to the light so you can, the camera, so you can see. So I've put a line because I don't want to go beyond that. How cute are those bees? They are gorgeous. Absolutely. Yeah, they've all got different faces. There's a series of different faces in there. But yes, you can have them any direction. So I put the line across where I didn't want to go beyond because of my panel in the centre. Then I've measured the middle, halfway between here, and I've marked that middle. So where that little cross is, I'm going to do this without my glasses. I'm going to come in from the corner and aim directly for that point in the middle, which is there. Okay, and do the same from this side. So I'll come from the point and it's going into that mark where I've put that there. Now, because I did it on the reverse, you could see it easier. If I'd have done it this side, it might have been a little bit harder to see. So let's get these down. I want to put Tombow on the back of here, and we're going to put it flat. Okay. And then this one can come in the middle. So centre, top to bottom, just eyeball it. No measuring. Kind of got a good eye. There we go, that's about right. And then this one, placing this over the top, we should be fine. And you see it's just not catching on the bottom, it's just a good height. That's fine. Now we've got 2 thicknesses of card here. So if we have that stuck down flat, it's actually going to dip down and away from us. So because there's 2 thicknesses of card, I am tempted to put some pads on behind here. Either that or the jelly dots won't be enough. So I just grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. And whether one of those, if I just lay it under there, one of those would actually be about right, I think. So we'll put some pads on these corners, okay, and on the top. So along the top here, I'm using the tiny ones tonight, because that should be fine. Just pick up through those. And then because we're only going to see these 2 are going to be 3D'd, I'm going to put 1 on each corner, 1 on each edge there. Okay, there we go. Tip those in the bin and they can go away. Oops, another one there. So through the middle here, I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow just so that it doesn't flap, it just catches a little bit. So we just want to line these up now. So the top one's going to be right at the top of the card and evenly left and right from the card. Okay, and then we follow that down, make sure we're happy. Those are on the pads, and then these ones will be as well. There we go, and we've got a nice layer there. So this is going to be my base on here. And then this is going to be, I think this one wants to be either together and 3D, like so, or 1 and 3D. I think I'm going to put them together flat, so let's just pop them together. It's a shame to put glue all over these little bees. Sorry, fellas. We can say we blame Stampin' Up because that's how they're designed. Some of the time I like the both sides, and sometimes I only like one. When you like both sides, it's a really tall order as to how you're going to deal with it. So I'm going to place this on here. I might end up putting this one flat, but let's get to the what we're going to do with the little jam jars. So I'm going to fussy cut, but I want 3 different ones. So anywhere I can find 3 together, I've got 2 in here, haven't I? So if I just snip between them and take those 2 out. I've cut my paper so that I have 1/4 for fussy cutting, okay, because you know I'm queen of fussy cut. These will go in my scraps because we could use the piece on the other side. So I believe I'm tending to do this with every single designer series paper now. I'm actually having a Ziploc, this is a little square Ziploc, and writing scraps on it. So when I get little tiny pieces like this, I won't use half the jars, but I will use the back of it. It goes in there and it's in that paper, so it doesn't get all tatty and horrible. So I've got those ones. I really want this one here. Look, that one's different. So I'm just going to bring those through. Oh, there's 2. That's the heart. I've got that one. Okay, so I'm just going to roughly cut around these. Now, those of you who've seen me making glossy things, you're going to know that I do like my clear packing tape. So if I lift the guard's up there. I'm going to take a piece of my packing tape and I'm going to place this across, and I'm going to make these glossy, just like I did with the teacups. and something, oh, the bottles, teacups and the bottles. So if I pop that all the way over there, press it down nicely. I'm actually just going to cut it off nearby here. Okay. That's the tape that I use, tape gun that I use for my packaging. Okay, now here we have a lot of sticky around the sides, but these are going to make them shiny now. Now I'm just going to take some of that excess off so I don't get stuck up everywhere. Okay, let's take that round. I'm going to go quite close to them, but just want to take the bulk of that stickiness away. Okay. You probably want to come in a little bit closer, don't you? Let me just bring you. Oh. There we go. So you can see that they have all they're shiny now. If I tilt it in the light, you can probably see that there's some shininess on there. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is grab my glasses, just quickly fussy cut those. Then we're going to curl them over the bone folder, and we're going to make them into nice little jars. So I'm going to leave a tiny little border around here. So see me fussy cut again. I'm literally leaving a tiny little border, just a little bit of white, and so that'll help on these strings. So where the bow is, we're going to come around the edges of that. Come around the jam pot. Okay, leaving all the sides. I'm just going to leave a little bit of white. That's just come off. That's fine. Carry on. And just come along here. Just leaving that little bit of a border. You won't be able to get completely close. It will look funny with the white pieces inside, but if you leave a little white border, it kind of balances itself out. So just leaving the scissors where they are and moving the card here in my left hand. Okay, and just whiz that round the corner there. It is all about practice. I have converted quite a few people over the years. Speaking of which, it's I was going to do a big rah-rah for today, because it's another milestone for me today, but because I've been tied up doing the dreaded tax return, I just hadn't got the energy. But today we actually celebrate 15 years of me signing up to Stampin Up with a catalogue and using Stampin Up products. So 15 years, it's pretty big milestone. And I can still remember the very first ladies I saw. Okay, the catalogue, I happened to see a friend's catalogue and I thought, I like this. So I wanted it for myself. And then obviously when we moved here, 2015, 8.5 years ago, obviously I've got my own studio so I can teach classes here, which is really, really great. So that's 2 of them done. I'm just coming along here on the last one. This is the bigger one. Just come around those ties, bits of ribbon. Thanks, Frances. The tape actually makes it thicker as well. Who's put that? Shaz. The tape makes it that little bit stronger. It's a little bit firmer. So I've done this with the teacups when we had a teacup set, and then you'll see what I do next as well. And I've also done it with the bottles. So I did a fabulous project for a retreat. Was it last year? I'm not sure if it was last year, you know. A Christmas retreat. And one of the ladies, 3D things weren't really her thing. And she said to me afterwards, she's quite quiet, and then she said afterwards, she said, I've got to say, when you showed us the project, she said, it wasn't my thing, but she said she loved it, absolutely loved doing it in the end. So it just shows you that some people, you know, first impressions might not be what you fancy. But yeah, it was a really brilliant project. Okay, so now I've got those through. I'm just going to pop those bits in the bin so they don't annoy me. Get my glasses up and find where I put that bone folder. I haven't been anywhere, so under the card, there we go. So if I take these in my thumb and finger here. Oh, thanks, Shaz. I'm just curling it a bit like you'd curl ribbon. you know, if you in the olden days when we curl ribbon on parcels and you pull them between your scissors and your thumb, that's all I'm doing. I'm just curling them. I go one way and then turn it around and do the same the other side. And that actually is now curling. It's got, if I grab it with my tweezers so my fingers don't get in the way. If I turn it on its side, can you see? I don't know if you could see it. It's actually got a curl to it. So I'm going to do the same with these two. Just going to grab them and just, because it's glass, that's how I look at it. It's glass. So the nice shiny wide packing tape. These are probably small enough to do it with normal sellotape actually. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, the gun and the wide packing tape is something. I need to put that on my packing list. I'm going to be away in 2 weeks' time. I will be away for the weekend down in West Sussex. One of my team introduced me to it's a crop basically weekend. We go on the Thursday, so we've got Thursday night, all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then come home Sunday night. And it's for me, it's a busman's holiday. So being able to have a whole weekend with like-minded people. So I want to put these on here like so. Okay, so they are sitting there and they are raised, they're curved, they're conical like this. I want to get my pads again. Where did I just put those? Up there. And how I tend to do these are quite small, so it's a little bit more difficult. But because these are raised, I think I'm going to make the decision to, unless it's a card that you're going to give to someone, it would look nicer raised. Right, let's do it. I'm going to put these on a crisscross instead of straight up, straight down. I'm going to put them on a crisscross, but I want to put some pads on here and fix it down. When you're fixing things, if you've got little things to put on something else, it's easier to work on a firm surface. So that's why I always start my cards from the base upwards, because you've got a bigger piece to get hold of. If you try and put this on a little circle, then it will just make it harder for yourself. So I'll put some of these around the corners, around four corners. Very tacky. Okay, and put those in the bin, tip that up. So I'll turn this one over. Now I want them to be going across, so like crisscross way. So this is up in the top upper part, okay, like so. Nice and even either side, so you've got the same borders, and it doesn't matter about top to bottom because we're going to put a sentiment across here. So these now, I want all three of these to be stuck down the middle. Oh, Shaz. Love you too, my dear. Never get you fussy cutting. Okie doke, I'll remember that. So what I'm doing here, this is the outside edge of the dimensionals. So I'm just cutting some long strips, okay, just into that wider piece. And so I've got some long straight strips, okay. I'll press on them so that they don't all ruck up. So I'm going to take one off, then it'll be easier to see. So I'm taking one off there and take the backing off. I'm going to take a second one and I'm going to put another one on top of it. The reason being, we want these to stay proud, stay tall. Okay, like so. Okay. Then when we stick it down, I'm going to put a tiny drizzle of Tombow either side, and then that will hold its shape and it won't get squashed in the post. I've got a feeling I've just put the back off that one. So one down the centre, a long piece, and then another long piece. I've done the same again, and stick that one on top, and then the same on this one. Now this one is the tallest one, so I'm going to put the tallest one in the middle, and I'm also putting two strips on here. So one there and one there. There we go, and we will need another one there. I hope you can see me okay. I need one more strip, so let me just snip another one. One more there. Oh, the backing's off, and that goes on there. Okay, so as they, like I said, these are going to curl. Let's get rid of them. Another reason I like the glass mat, because you can just flick things off and they just fly. So what I'm going to do with the Tombow, I'm just going to put a little tiny drizzle down the edge here, literally right on the edge. Just spread it along there and along here. Okay, I'm working on the centre one first. Move those to one side. So this is going to come in the centre there. Okay, so now I'm going to press this either side where the Tombow is. Hopefully you can see me. So the middle bit is held on the pads. Okay, top and bottom, and then this outside edge we just want to press on that so that the Tombow can just catch. Okay, just press it until it's set, and then what we've got is a raised piece, and if I turn it from the side, hopefully you'll be able to see that there's a little gap under there. Okay, so that's what you're doing on that. These ones might be a little bit too small to do that, but I'm going to try anyway. Just put a little tiny drizzle down the outside edge, right along that edge. Don't want much, I'm just scribbling it down. And then one this side. Okay, there. The same. So fix the fat foam pad and then just hold it in place. Okay, either side. Same with this one. Like always, I didn't have a clue what I was going to be doing tonight, and then I thought, well, I'll do a sketch. I'll do one of my sketches, and then I thought, well, I love this suite anyway. I'm going to take this one with me. I'll be doing lots of playing with this suite while I'm away. So there we go. So that's got 3 little pots on there now, 3 little honey pots, and they've got dimension to them. Okay, so going back to the sketch, I'll bring that back over again for you. We need a sentiment on there, and we need, we need a sentiment, and we need the bow. So that's all we need to do now. So let's go back to that. So again, with the stylish shapes, I do love this set. I don't know what greetings have we got in the stamp set. We've only used one out of here, haven't we? That's the honeycomb. I think it might have to be Mine, okay, because that's the smallest greeting. I did a video the other day and I showed the Sending Smiles. I don't know where I've put it now. Sending Smiles is one of the ones I go to a lot because it's got lots of skinny greetings on it. Okay, grab a black ink pad, and what colour shall I do that? Move that one, that's surplus. See what's going to go across there. I did put my scraps out here, so we could just have a look at a yellow. What do we think? It's a yellow. Would that go in there like so? We'll cut it down, obviously. It will be probably on this one. That might be a little bit small, a little bit too big. The greeting too small for the sentiment. It will fit in there. Just testing to make sure that those words will fit in. That will. Okie doke. It's not going to fit in this one. We'll just test. My eyes tell eyes tell me it won't, but hey, you know what? I'm going to stamp a few of these and see what's going to look best. Hi Jane, nice to see you. Very cute, love the bees, absolutely. I stamp this more than once and then we can spread them out and then we can see which we like best. And also we can see if this little diddy one will actually fit in. You know what? I think it will. I'll be so pleased if it does. Okay, I'm going to just try this one and I'll do this one on here and we'll see what we think. Little machine back on the table. Okay, get my arms out of the way. So this one, I have some tape on here. I think you've all heard me talk about the Scotch tape. Scotch tape is really handy. It's stronger than washi tape, so I can leave it on the edges of my machine here and it's ready to use again and again. So I do tend to like that. I'm going to pop that out. I've got a couple of other things in my head at the moment. Let me just see. I don't know where I put the dies. Oh, in front of me. There we go. Leave that on there for now. And then this one. We'll take that off. Right in the bin. This one. Now we do need to put a bow on here. I was going to my sketch, I did a central bow. Doesn't have to be. So when you work with a sketch, it's just an idea, and you can adapt it as you see fit. You can change the proportions. You can change. You're basically using a basic idea and doing your own thing with it. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing. I don't need the tape. I'll put that back on there. I'm just going to quickly grab a black scrap as well and just cut that one out. That's not big enough. See, you can vouch for me the fact that because of the way I'm now storing my scraps, I'm actually using them all the time. Okay, so as hard as I create more, they are all disappearing. Now, the reason I've done a black one as well, because I thought, just being a bit clever, I'll get those out. So we've either got Be Mine Like So, which is very yellow, okay, or we could put the black, the big one on here in black, and we could put the little one in yellow on the top. What do we think of that? I'm just going to bring you in a bit closer actually. You seem to be miles away. And you can come back to me. So that was just an idea to put that one flat and that one maybe raised on here. Do we like that, or do we prefer one large yellow one? While you decide and say either the black or with black or without, I'm going to grab that ribbon that I showed you. Buried. And I need to start this. It's the first time I've opened this. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Excellent. That's clear plastic. I need to recycle that bit. So this is, oh, there's a piece left. This is the ribbon. It's quite a nice narrow ribbon. I think it's 1/4 inch. Yeah, 1/4 inch. So it's quite a nice size. We had something similar to this once, and it was a wider Poppy Parade, I think it was. But it's very similar texture, but it was wider. So I'm really liking this. I do like narrow ribbons. They tie nicely. You get a nice, neat little bow. And there we go. So just pull those down, make the loops smaller, squeeze it out, and then I'm going to take my large scissors and just even those up either side. About right. Those little scraps I keep, remember. I didn't actually use many of them at Christmas, but I will be. It will be seeing lots with that. So I'm going to put this one down first. I'm going to put this one flat. Okay, and make sure that's nicely in the middle. There we go. Oh, just slide you over this tiny little bit. And this one I'm going to put some pads on the back. That can go in the box with the stamps for next time. Dimensionals. Here we go. It's just a way of making that small greeting make him look bigger and not be lost on the banner itself. In this one, he could easily be kind of lost with all that space. I wondered about doing the bow on the side, but you know what? I don't think that's really what I wanted. I'm going to put him to one side and put a big bow here, but I like the symmetrical look of this one. Right, okay, they can go in the bin, and then this can sit on the top. Just grab that in the middle. We've got a little bit of black top and bottom. Pop him there, and then the bow's going to come under there, and it's just going to sit in there nicely. So what I need next is my tape, which is buried. So here I've got my mini glue dots. I tried to tear off the excess off here so that I can go straight to them, because then they're always on the end. And you've probably seen me do this loads of times. Hi Laura, nice to see you. So I've got the mini glue dot here. I'm just going to use my tweezers or scissors or something and just roll that along. Okay, and make a little sausage. Okay, and then I'm going to put that in the middle at the bottom there. Okay, and lift that off without tearing the paper. It's got to come off my tweezers and my nails. Okay, and that can just sit there, and then we'll place this on the top. Okay, and just press it down. I tend to use a bone folder to press that down a bit in the middle. Okay, so that jelly can really squelch in onto the ribbon. Never use wet glue on your ribbons because it will just seep through. Because it's fabric, it will just seep through. Okay, there we go, and that just sits in there nicely. There we go. So I hope you like that. It picks out all the colours, and we haven't actually used the punch yet. I said there's loads of things we can do with this set. It's really, I think, it's very, very popular. So we have the stamps and we have the punch. So you saw some of the bees on the papers, but these are the bodies. This can be a yellow, stamp it in yellow with black stamping on it, or you can stamp black onto card. You've got the wings here. These wings, I was gonna, my second card, if I had time, I was gonna make a flower. These wings actually make a lovely flower, and you make this several times and you punch that out as a heart, and you group those round as a little cluster of flowers. So I might do this on Wednesday. I'll use this set again on Wednesday. Okay. Hi, Daphne. Nice to see you. If you are new to watching my lives, can you please just do me a little favour and just check on your YouTube side. It goes out to YouTube and to Facebook. If you're not following on either or both, can you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well? So like on Facebook and follow and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It will really just help me just to build those numbers up and the watch time. Okay, so there's my little set for today. I really hope you love it. I really love playing with it. It's really, really good. Like I say, I'm going to be away in a couple of weeks and loads more samples with it. I don't think I really need any of the gems on there. The gems are really nice. I've kind of inclined to just put one little flower, one little heart somewhere, but I think it will spoil the balance of it. It's busy enough here, and I don't want them just floating in the air. I like to do 3 little round gems down here sometimes, but I think for today I'm just going to leave it as it is and not spoil it and use these on another project. But the pieces I haven't used today I will probably use on Wednesday. You could put a bee inside. Yeah, I haven't done liner. Well done, Chaz. I always forget my liners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And did you notice the other day I said to you, remind me about the envelopes, and I didn't do the envelopes. So nobody reminded me. But I did them when I came off air. So they did get done. So let me just grab a panel of this and I will quickly chop and put that inside. And we are 10 centimetres for the inside, or we can go 9.5. So you can go 1 centimetre under. And this way it's 14.8, so I can go 13.8. Okay, that's those two. They can go back in there. So that's my liner. Okay, so bring that along. The paper that we've used here, I had a scrap of that. I know I did. Somewhere. Did I put it in here? We can make a scrap. There we go. We've got that piece, haven't we? Looking for the red one. I have an idea as well with that. Just a sec. These are some of the scraps. I did have a piece of the paper I thought left over. That's the yellow one. But I was thinking... What can I do on here? That one's actually going to be enough for the liner, I think. Please tell me it is. Yes, it is. That's going to be fine. I can use a piece of that. There we go. So I'm going to have this a little bit narrower than this, and I'm going to make it, say, 3 centimetres. Okay, make sure those lines are nice and straight. That can go back in the scrap box bag. And then, because we've done red on here, I want to have, or black. Could use either. I've got black scraps out. So we could make a little piece of this. Not quite long enough. Oh, there we go. Now, as crafters, do you always end up with a lot of strips when you're crafting? I always tend to. I'm just going to cut that down. Doesn't matter if they're not the same length yet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show you, I have loads of strips. I always get containers of strips. So I'm going to put some tape along, some Tombow along the side here. A wee bit tall that side. Wipe that off. And place my strip just along the edge here. Okay, so hold it down one end and make it nice and even all the way across. There we go, that's that side. And I'll trim these off straight away. So I'm going to trim down there, make that straight. Sometimes it's easier to turn it over and just catch it going that way. And then I'll do exactly the same this side. Doesn't matter what size you start off with, so long as they are straight edges. Thanks, Maxine. Perfect as it is. Yes, without the gems. I think sometimes you can overdo it, can't you? So this time I'm just going to go on there. Oops, it's just sliding a little bit. Make sure it's nice and even all the way across. I need to just slide it a little bit to the right. Oh, not that much. It's the beauty of Tombow. You can just slide it till you're ready. There we go. And I think it's a wee bit on the short side. I'm just going to make sure that these edges are lovely and straight. Okay, and we went 9.5, didn't we? That is okay. They're just whiskers coming off there, but they're just the right whisker, size whisker to come off. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there. Tweezers. Hi Anne, nice to see you. Really popular sweet, this one. I think the it's going to be quite popular. You know, sales just, you know, worried that they're going to go out quickly. I'm just going to lay this down now on here and just make sure that it's straight. The lines on the glass mat are fabulous, so we can just make sure that we're happy that that's nice and straight. Go across there like so. Okay, and then we can pop this in. Got a nice lot of room to put a greeting, a little poem or whatever you want to write in the side there. It's going to come inside there. Which I said about doing a bumblebee. But I'm going to do one of these very quickly. I like the fact that I've got some pieces on here that I can just cut through. So I'm going to cut him out. Because tonight's fussy cut, I'll use the punch on Wednesday. Okay, so we can just whiz past him here, same way, round his legs. I hope you can see me there, just coming up that side. Just leave a little tiny white border, just slide it as you go. I'm letting my left hand do all the work, pivot and round. And he's just coming around there, coming into the side, pivot back. Around there, around his antennae. I'm not going in and out of his antennae. Literally just leave a little bit there. In and out, like a little heart. Around the heart of his wing. I actually got the heat gun out for tonight as well, and the vellum, to do some embossing onto the vellum for his wings. But we will do that on Wednesday night. There you go. You actually know ahead of time what I'm doing. And just all the way around there, and there he comes out. Goes in the bin. And there is our little bee. Isn't he so cute? Look at him. I think he's lovely. You can pop him on there or flying through the sky. I think he could be flying, can't he? I don't know where I want to put him. He can be following up there, I think. Okay, we need to put him flat because it's inside the card. Can't really put 3Ds inside the card. Okay, so he can just be half on and half off there. Okay, and if you really wanted to... Oh, the trail normally goes behind, doesn't it? If you wanted to have him up here, I could put the trail behind. But we can have another go on Wednesday. There we go. Sorry, I'm too close now. You've just ordered it, Laura. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I think you might have missed what I did with these. I used the packing tape again that I've done on bottles and the teacups. So I've got the packing tape and I just ran it over and just fussy cut them from the DSP. But you can watch the rest of it on replay if you catch up. Okay, but really love that. It's not normally my scene, the Valentine's thing, but I love it because it's a punch bundle and I love the little cutesiness of it. So I have got some projects planned with that while I'm away in a couple of weeks. So yeah, watch out for details of those coming. And you've got a foggy day here at the moment, mentioned. Get to 31 degrees. Wow. Wow, wow. So where are you, Anne? I can't remember where you are. Thanks, Shaz. Thank you. So look forward to Wednesday night and doing another similar with it. Something different, but using the punch that time. Anything I haven't used today, we will use something else new on Wednesday. Okay, so I'll say cheerio. It's been a long one tonight, hasn't it? Nearly the full hour. Lovely to have you with me. Please like the follow on Facebook and the subscribe to the YouTube channel as well if you're not already. Just make sure that you actually are on there, because some people think, oh yeah, I've been following you, but they aren't actually subscribed on the YouTube channel, and then they have to go back in and do it again. So that would really help. So many thanks. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you again